Today we're going to record a video of how to do a version 4 Wingap complete update. I'll return to my home page for simplicity's sake. Once I send out an email of the version 4 update, you will go to the Wingap home page. You will go to the updates page, and then you should see updated information regarding version 4. The top half of the screen is version 4, the bottom half is version 3. You will always have these instructions available to you. You will see today we have version 1.4.3 build 101. There are a couple of steps. Primarily we have the application update, which is the top portion, and then we're going to deploy the reports, all of which will be a part of this video. I first need to download all the files. You'll see the instructions down, and the bullets tell us to create a new folder named version 4.1.3, etc. into our save location. Now the instructions say network letter, yours may be W, yours may be T, yours may be R. In my example, I'm going to save it to my C drive because I'm not on the network. So I'm going to save this guy. I'm going to save as. I'm going to go navigate to that folder. Wingap SQL, new folder. See, I need a folder called updates. This is kind of a test machine, so that you won't see a lot of the existing folder structures. You should already have an updates folder. If you don't, create it just like I did. Open it. Now create another new folder, version 4.1.3.101. Saving the updates in each folder allows us to roll back should there be a crisis. So I'm going to open that folder and I'm going to save. That file is saved. I'm going to close that security warning. I'm now going to download the reports to the same folder. Let's file, and we'll hit the drop down, save as. It should default to the same folder, C drive, Wingap SQL, updates, version 4.1.3.101. Just click save. After this download is complete, I can click the open folder button, and the folder is open on my screen. The first step is to update the application. We're going to double click the self-extractor. I'm going to click run. And here you're going to extract this into your push update folder. Again, it'll be your network drive letter. If you're not W, just simply change it to whatever you are. And I'll change it to C, for example. And then I click unzip. Now I don't have a push update folder on my machine. You will have it on your network. We're going to try our luck and see if it creates it for us. So I'm going to unzip. And it says the two files are unzipped successfully. That's great news. So I'm going to close this. The next step is to extract this critter. I'm going to, using WinZip, this is a very nifty feature. I can right click and drag, and it gives me a context menu, and I'm going to choose WinZip option, and I'm going to extract to a folder called Wingap Reports. This allows me to also archive by version all of the reports that came along with that version, in case you had one from a previous version that you liked better, or there was a bug in the new version. You can always roll back. So now I'm ready to go do my update. Wingap is going to automatically go find the push update folder, and when you run Wingap, we should see the current version. Now I'm going to minimize this so we can get back to the instructions. You see in yellow here, struct fix required if you're upgrading from 4.1.2 any build, which you are. So we've got to run struct fix. So all of our users have to exit Wingap. We've already done the right click and extract. We've already created a folder called updates. We've already saved the file. We've done all this stuff. We're now ready to run Wingap. So I'm going to launch Wingap on my machine. The first thing we should do is confirm that the version number matches the update. And we see down here version 4.1.3.0 or 101. So we are correct. So now we need to run struct fix. So we go to SQL menu and we check all structures. It's going to show me the last build number that struct fix was run on. This is not the current build, so I know I need to run struct fix. I'm going to click OK, and yes, I want to check them. And Wingap's going to run through checking those structures. if a future folder exists, it will automatically struct fix the future folder for you. Okay, we can see that the struct fix is complete. If I wanted to struct fix the other years, I would select appraisal year. I would select the next year in my list, click open, return back to the SQL menu, check all structures. It will again tell me the last version run. I can click OK, and then I can answer yes to begin struct fix. I'm not going to do that at this point because I'm ready to go to the next phase of the video. So at this point I need to change back to my default year. Now I need to update my reports. I've already, if you look down at the bottom, I've already saved the reports into my folder. I've opened the Wingap zip. I've extracted it. Actually, these instructions don't show what I did, but this process will work as well. This process shows to extract it into your local drive, Wingap SQL RDL. That would work just as well. I have extracted it into a folder, a subfolder of this update folder named Wingap Reports. So that's where I'm going to go find and answer these problems, answer these questions. So I need to return to Wingap. I'm going to open the Report Designer. The instructions on the website tell me to go load all of those reports that were included in the update, all of the factory reports. Now, if you have custom reports, you should have them saved in your custom reports folder. So I'm going to open the Wingap Reports project. The instructions tell me to right-click on Reports, add an existing item, which is off your viewable screen, but that's on the submenu, so I select existing item. And it allows me to go locate the reports that I want to import. So I'm going to go down to the folder where I extracted to, which is Wingap SQL, Updates, version 4.1.3.101. There's the Wingap Report subfolder. Here are all my new factory reports. And I'm going to click Add. And it's going to update. I'm going to have to click Yes or press the letter Y for all of these reports. So I'm just going to do that just as fast as I can on this video. Update my entire project, including any reports that you have that are custom reports, but we're going to handle that next. So we're in the P's, if you can see that flashing screen, R's, S, we're getting close to the end. Okay, I've updated all those reports. If I have any custom reports, before I deploy, I'm going to go back to Add Existing Item, and now I will go to my custom reports folder. Wherever you save those, and if that's my custom report, I'm going to select it. I'm going to click Add, and I'm going to replace the factory version that came with the update back to my custom version. Now that's what's in my project. Now I can deploy the entire project by right-clicking up at the top and choose Deploy. When I do that, we should see down at the very bottom some feedback that says build starting, and you'll see that critter start to deploy the reports. At this point, all your users who only access the default year can go back into Wingap and continue their work. This deploy will take a few minutes, again depending on the speed of your server, depending on the speed of your network. This may take 3 minutes or it may take 15 minutes. But you let that deploy. Your users can go back in, go to work. When they open Wingap, they must confirm that they have the current version. Meanwhile, you or whoever's running the update has to run struct fix on all the prior years before the update is complete. But otherwise, that completes the update.